The big difference I see is that normally people are extracting or sort of hunting for things from the ocean, and we're trying to create something and generate something in the ocean at scale, which hasn't been done as much before. So I think the opportunity is to sort of mitigate the overfishing problem as well. With this technology, we can cultivate larger parts of the ocean that normally would be considered sort of marine deserts, where there's not much nutrients near the surface, but being able to access the nutrients that are down deep opens up a lot more sort of arable ocean area where we can start cultivating seaweed in the ocean, not just near the shore.
Using aquaculture to develop the ocean in a non-extractive way that will lead to higher levels of carbon removal and a better environment for ocean life is an essential step in addressing the climate and the state of ocean life. However, not so long ago the oceans were a different place. Before we overfished, took whale populations to near extinction and polluted the waters, the oceans were teeming with life. The whales were an essential aspect of the ocean food chain, providing biological iron through their poop, which promotes the growth of phytoplankton and krill, which would provide food for the whales, completing a complex circle. Unlike mineral iron from desert dust, icebergs, volcanoes, or iron fertilization, biological iron can remain circulating in the water long enough to be consumed.
The Southern Ocean used to be a thriving ecosystem. It had the highest animal density on the planet, can you imagine? And now it's a desert, there's nothing there. I've been there with Polarstern, and we have done our research along those places where the whales were killed. And it's impossible for us to imagine that there were hundreds of thousands of whales feeding in those waters that are now just deserts. There's nothing.
In the 19th century, whales were hunted for everything, from whale bones for corsets to their oils for candles, lamps and cooking oil to their meat. Although some of these needs were replaced, such as the introduction of petrochemicals for burning oil, growth in technology, population and consumption meant that the whale populations would be almost decimated and have a profound effect on the ocean food web and the carbon cycle. A mature whale lives and eats between the surface and the depths of the ocean, leaving large amounts of urine and feces that help the growth of phytoplankton, which becomes food for krill and other ocean life, all of which is sequestering carbon. What doesn't get eaten drops to the ocean floor. The same goes for the whales, as the carbon in their body is permanently sequestered as their bodies sink to the ocean floor.